Welcome, ladies and gents, to another edition of Games for Cheap Bastards. I'm Coozinator, and we're playing APB Reloaded. Stands for All Points Bulletin Reloaded. Anyway, this game is a cross between Grand Theft Auto and it's basically just Grand Theft Auto with MMO style. So I'm playing with a bunch of other people. A little history about the game. It started out as a pay-to-play game. Then that bombed, so then Reloaded Studios helped take it over and made it free to play. So now you can play for free. You don't have to buy a thing. If you want the best guns, however, you do have to pay. That's called a premium account. So, you know, there are added benefits. Unlike other pay-to-play games, you know, like League of Legends, you know, if you pay, all that means is you get a champion sooner. You don't really get a competitive advantage. Whereas in this game, you definitely get a competitive advantage. You can have a significantly better gun. The way they kind of curve that, though, is you only get the gun for a certain amount of time, which kind of makes me not ever want to spend money on this game, because if I'm going to buy something in game, I want to be able to keep using it, not for 24 hours. Regardless, though, that's just one of the downsides to this game. Graphics-wise, this game is, yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It may look a little dated, maybe, you know, a couple years ago, but considering the scale that this game is, because like this city is massive, and it could hold 50 players per each side, I believe, or 25 per each side. It's not bad, you know. It's the graphics-wise, you learn to deal with the graphics. You know, you learn to deal. The story behind the game is this. This is the city of San Paro, or San Pato, something like that. And basically, crime has run amok. And it's been absolutely terrible. So the mayor has decided to, you know, they try to help the police force, doesn't work. So what they do is they decide to allow citizens to arrest people and like really take out people. So now I'm like Joe Schmo, and I'm supposed to take out criminals. So there's two sides, enforcers and criminals. I'm an enforcer, so I'm a good guy, Mr. Bob Ross, and I'm supposed to take out criminals. Now the way the game works is you can't just take out whatever criminal. Like that over there, that's a criminal. Wait, yeah, that's a criminal. I can't take out that criminal because you can only take out people if they're in missions that you're in. It kind of prevents, you know, players killing, which always sucked, like in games like DC Universe and whatnot, where you're just sitting there and someone will come up and just take you out for no reason. So the way this game works is you have missions. You can get missions from this person named Violet, or there's a few other people, and you do stuff they want you to do, and they'll unlock more guns that you can use, and you know, you get better and better and better guns. Your inventory looks like this. You have primary weapons, secondary weapon, grenades. You can add mods. You can add equipment, most of which you have to pay for. You actually get a vehicle, which will spawn downstairs or whatever, and you can upgrade that. It's kind of neat. So it's not, you know, considering there's no health or stats per se, you know, they make it where there's a lot of different options. So, some of the things I like and don't like about this game. We'll start with that, because I've played it a decent amount. One thing I didn't like about the game, and I'll try to equal. The one thing I didn't like about the game was that you hopped into the game and then they really did not give you much of a tutorial. You're kind of left to wander around and, you know, how do I shoot? Where do I go? And they don't really tell you where to go. Also, if you look at the top of the screen where it says not ready Ryoshi, usually when you start the game, it gives you 15 seconds and you're put into the ready status. And what that means is if you're in the ready status, you'll automatically join missions that are going on, which is perfectly fine if you want to be, you know, if you're ready to go, but Most of the time, you're not when you start the game. So I started the game, when I first played, I started the game, I was instantly put into ready mode, and I was in a mission, and I didn't know how to play the game. It actually, sucked. So that was the downside. Good side, the missions are fun. There's a lot of different kinds of missions. There's like not capture the flag, but capture the points. There's like, you gotta protect spots if you're an enforcer, or if you're a criminal, you've got to spray paint points or whatever. I guess the best way to explain it is if I show you. So you can spawn vehicles, so you don't have to find them like Grand Theft Auto. Here's my vehicle. Sweet. So let's get in my car. Oh yeah. And I'm gonna hit ready. And now we just wait for a mission to start. So yeah, the missions are a blast. For me, personally, I just haven't been able to really spend a lot of time on the game. Like, I haven't wanted to. Like, you could play for, an hour, maybe, 20 minutes, do maybe 2 or 3 missions, and that's a good fill for the day. And that's all free. I mean, and you could have a blast, too. Some missions, there'll be a lot of criminals and a lot of enforcers, and the game is nuts. Whereas, sometimes you'll get a mission and it's just you. And you run and you do the mission and that's it, and it's boring. It really just depends how many people are on your server. Downside, driving in this game, while you would think it would be fun, it can be, and sometimes it can be pretty responsive, but a lot of the time it isn't responsive at all. Ooh, I'm on a mission. Alright. Alright, Gelato Store is stepping up. Someone's making threats. I gotta search the brand manager car for clues. Nom ice cream. Alright. Oh, someone just hit me. So, on this mission, you can see I'm by myself. There's no one else on this mission. So this will be pretty boring. Anyway, I just gotta go where it says to go. Driving, as I was about to say, is done by server-based. So I input the controls, the server then tells my car which way to go, as opposed to everything being done client-side and sending it to the server. I guess it's to make it where it works with everyone driving, but it makes it laggy, because there's a lot of times where, your car goes all over the place. Some added benefits. So right now I'm running over here to check out this guy's car. You can hit shift to run. Shift to run. I gotta check out this guy's car. I'm jacking this guy's car. Gotta pick up the item. Now I'm on the stage 2, and most missions have different stages. Now I found a smartphone, I gotta bring it to the tech boys. So let's go to the tech boys. Cool thing is, I'm pretty sure you're allowed to set your own music player and play your own music through, like, iTunes or something. What the heck? So yeah, it just kicked me out of the server. So that's, I would say that's another downside to APB. It just randomly decides to do whatever the heck it decides to do. And I think it's mostly, they have a habit of hackers in this game, and they just kind of randomly kick people out. And you get bonuses if you figure out who these hackers are, but otherwise it blows. So yeah. Missions, I kind of showed you a little bit of the mission. I'm sorry that I didn't show you people interacting, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. So for now, I'm going to show you the social district. Yeah, so the other side of the game, I look like, I look like a jerk, but that can change, and that's why we're here. I'm going to show you how to change your dress. So I'm in the social district, and that's where you go to change clothes. Woohoo! You can interact with people, you can trade, you can do all sorts of stuff. I'm here to change my appearance. See, and it takes a little bit for everyone to load. So let's go into Dragon Body Arts, and let's see some of this customization that you can do with APB Reloaded for free. Because that's what we're here about. Games for Cheap Bastards. Freeness. Freeness. Loading. 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 Alright, here. So we're on customizations. You have a certain amount of money. I have 6,000, and you get money for doing missions. So I'm a pretty husky dude. So I can change my face. You know, I could change my ears, whatever. Change my body. What's it gonna be changed? I gotta change my weight. I can make myself skinnier, fatter, skinnier, fatter. I'm not gonna change my weight though. I'll stay a little husky. Change my facial hair, you know, and everything costs money. But you know, there's a lot of you can do a lot to change the way you do. Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep all that. If I want to change my face, I could change the way my ears are oriented, even though you can't even see my ears. Eyebrow colors, I can make them white, because that looks sexy. You do a lot of stuff like that, and it all costs money, all of which you could get for free. So there's a lot of visual customizations that you could do. Add a tattoo. In tattoos, you can actually kind of go in and design your own tattoo, like, which is pretty neat. This is if you're like an artist or whatever, you could really come in and yeah, I understand that. So I could come in here, add a tattoo, make it that color, add that on top of it, make it blue. Wow, no, I'm not gonna make it blue. That hurts my eyes. And then I could put a big C and make it smaller. Make it black. Boom. Isn't that a good looking tattoo? Yeah, I'm not gonna buy it. Well, actually, yeah, we'll buy it. What the heck? Alright. First I gotta figure out how on earth I'm gonna get out of here. Yes, I'll save it. Put it Cooz. It's loading what I just did. Oh, wait. Aha! Sweet, look at all these presets. There it is. And I could set it, you know, I can set it over my face if I really wanted to. I'm gonna put it on my chest. Oh, you can't even see it because I don't have a shirt. So, turn me around. And the controls, as you can see, I'm having a little issue with it. And that might just be me. But, you know, graphics-wise, this isn't too bad. And they actually make it look pretty realistic. So let's get out of here. No, I'm not going to save my changes. So they give you a lot of options. I mean, you just gotta do missions, get money, you can change how you look. Pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, would I recommend APB Reloaded to you all as viewers? You all as cheap bastards? Yeah. Yeah, I would. there's a lot to do. It's it sucks that the people with the best guns will probably kick your butt 8 out of 10 times. But that's okay, because you have fun getting your butt kicked. You do missions, you gotta shoot people down, and I wish I could show you, but unfortunately hackers are kind of making this difficult for me. So, the game, I would probably give a 7 out of 10. The community, with the hackers and servers and all that kind of stuff, I'd give it a 2. Hackers really kind of messed this game up. Um, you know, they really don't make the game fun. And some nights, there's tons of people, some nights they're not. So, if you're in the mood to play Grand Theft Auto and you really want to get some friends together and play, you can have fun for about an hour or two. And then the missions will probably get repetitive, and you'll want to go play something else. But if you're looking for a game to, scratch that Grand Theft Auto itch, APB Reloaded is a perfectly fine game, considering it's free. Would I recommend spending money on the game? No. Absolutely not. But that's just me. And that's all this series is about, how I feel about games and whether or not you should waste your time on these games. And for APB Reloaded, if you like Grand Theft Auto, then yes, go ahead, invest an hour or two, just hop in, do a few missions and leave. That's all you really need to do. Otherwise, don't bother. So, I give APB Reloaded a 6 out of 10. Because it has great gameplay, graphics are pretty good. Customization, there's a ton to do, a lot of guns you can change from. The problem is it gets pretty monotonous after a while. You're doing the same thing over and over. Server lag kind of slows things down, and hackers really tear up the system. So if you can get over that and you end up with not that much lag and you don't end up with a lot of hackers, and they're working on it, then yeah, APB Reloaded is fine. So I give APB Reloaded a 6 out of 10.